بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وأصلي وأسلم على المبعوث رحمة للعالمين نبينا محمد عليه وعلى آله وصحبه أفضل الصلاة وأزكى التسليم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي اللهم اجعل الحق على قلوبنا وألسنتنا وارزقنا إخلاصا في كل قول وعمل. Eid Mubarak everyone, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from us all the fasting, the standing in prayer, reading the Quran and everything in between, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the chance to witness another Ramadan after another Ramadan after another Ramadan, and make us always among those who are successful in the great month of Ramadan. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from us and give us the chance to continue on this path, moving forward past Ramadan until the next year, inshallah. Today, inshallah, we continue with our regular tafseer of Surah al-ʿAnʿām. We are in verse 91, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وما قدر الله حق قدره. Try to get the verse. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وما قدر الله حق قدره إذ قالوا ما أنزل الله على بشر من شيء قل من أنزل الكتاب الذي جاء به موسى نورا وهدى للناس تجعلونه قراطيس تبدونها وتخفون كثيرا وعلمتم ما لم تعلموا أنتم ولا آباؤكم قل الله ثم ذرهم في خوضهم يلعبون. In translation, this can be translated as, and they have not shown Allah His proper reverence, or they have not shown Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala His due esteem and respect. As when they have said, Allah has revealed nothing to any human beings. Say, O Prophet, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is instructing the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam to respond to them. It says, who then revealed the book brought forth by Moses as light and guidance for people, which you split into separate sheets, revealing some and hiding some? You have been taught through this Quran what neither you nor your forefathers knew. And then say, O Prophet, responding to this question, Rasulullah posed the question, he said, who revealed the book to Moses? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala provided the answer. In the verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, say, O Prophet, Allah, meaning Allah revealed it. Then leave them to amuse themselves with falsehood. So this verse, we need to try to divide it in the time we have into multiple sections. In the first place, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from the beginning says, the verses before, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was responding to the mushrikeen, to the disbelievers. And then this verse says, they have not shown Allah His due esteem or reverence. Al-qadr, ma qadarullah haqqa qadrihi. Qadr is to measure something, weigh something, to get it to the extent, you said to measure it to the utmost extent. That's qadr. So weigh it, you scale it, you measure it, you do this. And this word afterwards in the Arabic language is used to understand, like understanding something, knowing something. So if this verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us, they have not known Allah. When we say they have not revered Allah, because why people would not revere Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or would not put Allah as His due esteem? Because they don't know Allah. If you know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you know that He is the creator, you know He is the sustainer of the universe, then there's no other deity, there's no other creator in the whole entire universe. You would understand my scale as a human being versus the scale of the creator. Al-Rabbu Rabb, wal-Abdu Abd. The Lord is the Lord. There's one Lord. And us servants are just but servants. So knowing that and knowing His esteem, His level, would get us to have the right level of taqwa of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, reverence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and qadr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in our hearts. The meaning, we show Him His due respect and reverence. In addition to that, so ما قدر الله حق قدره إذ قالوا ما أنزل الله من شيء. They have said, what is it? They said, this thing is going back and forth, I can't. They said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has revealed nothing on humans before. The Mufassirin talk about this a little bit more. He said, the verses before that, we were talking about the mushrikeen, the disbelievers. So I want you to focus, I know I said it's Fajr, after Eid. I know everyone is a little tired, but I want you to focus on this a little bit, because this is, the Mufassirin go back and forth in this one. we have to understand when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking to us, right? The Mufassirin try to do their best, the scholars try to do their best to tell us who is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala referring to, right? They try to understand the verse, not just the words, but the context of this. So we know from the beginning, when we talked about Surah al-An'ām, this is one of these surahs that were revealed in its entirety. All Mufassirin, they say it is Makki surah, means revealed in Mecca. They discussed some specific verses within the surah to say, is this Madani, coming in the Madinan era, meaning the entire surah came, but maybe one or two verses that came later on, or not. And this is one of these verses that they discussed. It says, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, they have not put Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, give Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala his due respect or esteem. إِذْ قَالُوا, when they said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has revealed nothing for humans. That means Allah never sends a book, never sends guidance, never sends angels. Allah has never revealed anything to a human before. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala instructs Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and said, respond to them directly and say, then who revealed the book to Musa? Who revealed the book to Musa? So now this is where I need you to concentrate. Who is Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Who said that and who's Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam responding to? This is where the Mufassirin differ. One is they say that this is actually the saying of some of the Jews. Some of the Jews said that. And this is a response to them. And it's an easy response to say, hold on. You are saying that this is nobody revealed anything other to humans. You are believers in another book, which is the book of Musa alayhi salam. Then who revealed that? So it's a direct response to this. Some of them, Mufassirin, specified one person specifically, or like they differed which this person. But he said it's not a group of Jews, but it's just a specific person among Bani Israel that responded to that. And it was a discussion with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, where Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam told him something that is in the book, in the Torah, and this person did not know about it. So instead of him saying, oh, let me go check it out, and he actually, the reaction was, I don't want to look bad, he said, Allah never revealed anything like that, or Allah never revealed something. So that's a reaction from this one particular person. That's one category of tafsir. That it is concerning the people of the book before, specifically Jews, and this is the response to them. The other tafsir is, no, those who actually have said that are still the mushrikeen of Mecca. Because the surah, we said entirety, for the most part, we believe that it is, again, the majority of Mufassirin, they say the surah is in its entirety was revealed in Mecca. So it's not responding directly, or not talking directly to the people of the book that later Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks to them in the Madani surahs. Therefore, it is talking to the disbelievers of Mecca. And how are the disbelievers now, they are saying, this is an easy one, because the disbelievers from the beginning, they said, you're not a prophet. Well, you know, this is not a book that we believe in. What are you talking about? Who's revealed that? So now this is part of their response to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the rejection. They said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has never revealed anything to other humans before. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala responded to them the same exact response. Says, say, O mushrikeen in that case, then who revealed the book of Musa alayhi salam? Why is that? Because we know that even the mushrikeen of Mecca, not believing in Islam, but not believing even in Musa alayhi salam and others, right? They still believed that these people in Yathrib, the people in Medina before it became Medina, they actually have some kind of revelation. They used to look up to them. Sometimes even we know from the seerah that when they used to have problems with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they would go to the Jews of Medina to start asking them questions. Says, help us out. What do we tell him? What do we ask him? We know also some of the questions that came because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us about it. Right? Part of one of the questions that is, وَيَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الرُّوحِ. Tell us about the soul or the ruh. What is it? قُلِ الرُّوحُ مِنْ أَمْرِ رَبِّي. This question came from the Jews. So the mushrikeen went to the Jews, asked them, and the Jews told them, they asked them about this. The people of the Kahf, the group of the people in the cave. This is the question came from who? From the people of the book. The people of Mecca had no clue about the people of the cave. But when they went and they discussed with the people of the Jews of Medina, they said, okay, ask him this man Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to see if he's a prophet, ask him about the story of these people of the cave, and so forth. The point is what? That there was an interaction between the mushrikeen of Mecca and the Jewish tribes in Medina, and then they used to be having interactions throughout Arabia in that sense, in terms of trade and so forth. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is responding to this, and He said that you, even though you don't believe in this book, and they believe in this Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but you do believe that some others received the book. And you go and ask them and get their advice and consult them and so forth. So to tell us, O people of Mecca, then who revealed that book? Now we finished the two tafseers, right? One of them is the people of Mecca, and then the other is the Jews of Medina. And by the way, even if it is the Jews of Medina, which is a strong opinion as well, they say it still happened to be that this is the interaction that I just mentioned right now. So as if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going directly to the source, responding directly to the source. Because the mushrikeen of Mecca would come and respond to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So as if it's kind of still meaning that it is still revealed in Mecca as an entirety, and this is a direct response. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, instead of going to the middleman, meaning the mushrikeen, directly responds to the Jews of Medina, or the Jews that gave this information to the mushrikeen. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continues on, He says, then in this case, تَجْعَلُونَهُ قَرَاطِيسَ. So meaning that you are making this book as qaratis. Qaratis are like just separated papers. Qirtas is like something you write on, right? It can be papers, it can be whatever it is that they write on. But the meaning, it's making it separated. It's not something that it is consolidated into one particular book. A book is called a book. But qirtas is a piece of paper or sheet of paper or something that you write on. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling them, He said, not only that who revealed the book, this book that we revealed on Musa alayhi salam, that you make as qaratis. تُبْدُونَهَا وَتُخْفُونَ كَثِيرًا. That you make it as pieces of paper separated. And there's nothing wrong in it, like to have it written on paper, because we know that the Quran in the beginning of time, in the time of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Rasul used to command to be written in separated papers or separated, we said, means of writing. It doesn't have to be paper. It can be stone. They used to write it on leather and so forth. But the point of that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is responding to them is, He said, that you made it separated papers, but not just that, but تُبْدُونَهَا وَتُخْفُونَ كَثِيرًا. When you had this chance, because it's separated papers, sometimes you reveal some of it, and some of it you try to hide some of it. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is reprimanding them on this. Is not that you do it. If it's an entire book, and someone asks you a question, and you have the book, you can read the whole book. But when you have papers, so when the mushrikeen of Mecca used to go and ask the Jews of Medina about some of these questions, they would pull one of these papers. Say, oh, let me tell you what happened here. But there's other knowledge in the Torah referring to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They're hiding that. So they're saying what? He said, you have the book. The book has been revealed to the mushrikeen of Mecca. But yet, with your actions or through your actions by going and ask them, know that they're not showing you everything. As a matter of fact, they used to show you some and hide a lot from you. تُبْدُونَهَا وَتُخْفُونَ كَثِيرًا. You show some and you hide some. And this is also a reprimand. I said, any reprimand that comes in the Quran, for whether the mushrikeen or the people of the book, it's a point for you and us as Muslims to also be aware of. To be extremely aware of, that we should not fall into the same trap. We have an entire guidance revealed to us. We cannot pick and choose out of the guidance to show something. Because sometimes I know when people are under pressure, I've seen that happen before, like if like an interfaith gathering, or someone, they want to pick one particular verse only, and they want to hide something else. They want to talk about it. No, the revelation is the revelation in its entirety. And it's coming from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, given that we have this belief, solid, unshakable belief, that it's coming from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then we have solid, unshakable belief that everything in it is guidance. Everything in it, the revelation, is guidance for us, and it's something that is good for you and I and the entire humanity afterwards. There's nothing to hide. We have nothing to hide. People before us, right, had something to hide. Why? Because they also did tahrif. They changed things. They're not giving us the entire picture. So it's not the pure clear revelation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whereas for us, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, it is this revelation. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, الذي جاء به موسى نورا قل من أنزل الكتاب الذي جاء به موسى نورا وهدى. And this book that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has revealed to Musa as nur, and I'm not going to spend much time on that, as a clear guidance, clear and guidance. So nuran wa huda. Nur meaning it's clear, it's obvious. Wa hudan, and it's guidance. تجعلونه قراطيس, and you make it, as you said, as just separated papers where you reveal some and you hide a lot of it. وعلمتم ما لم تعلموا أنتم ولا آباؤكم. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through this guidance have also taught you, and it had taught you things that you have never known about before, neither you nor your forefathers. And we see this a lot in the Quran, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reveals stories of the people before us, or some guidance, and say, you have not heard about that before. You did not know about this before. This is new knowledge for them. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is indicating them this. And then all of this is all a question from beginning to end. It says, who did this? Who did this? Who did this? And then at the end, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala responds in the same verse. It says, قُلِ اللَّهِ. O Muhammad, respond to them and tell them, the one who's provided this revelation is Allah. So as to leave no doubt, in some other places in the Quran, we see that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would pose a question and not give an answer. And I've said here before, and I told you, it's an obvious answer. It's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There's no question there. But this one, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not even leave any room. It says, قُلِ اللَّهِ. Respond to them. And when you say this, you have already proven it. That's it. Just make it clear. You've given the clear evidence. قُلِ اللَّهِ ثُمَّ ذَرْهُمْ فِي خَوْضِهِمْ يَلْعَبُونَ. And just let it be afterwards, meaning leave them to amuse in their falsehoods. So don't engage them any further in a debate. You've shown them the evidence, provided them an evidence from the people before you, saying that this is a revelation before you, and then you said the one who has revealed this previous book is the one who has revealed this current book. The one who has revealed this previous guidance is the one who has provided this guidance. قُلِ اللَّهِ. And then don't engage them in any. Let them have fun, or let them enjoy their falsehoods, meaning ذَرْهُمْ فِي خَوْضِهِمْ يَلْعَبُونَ. Right? Let them enjoy this falsehood that they are. Those who wants to follow the guidance, Allah has provided. Those who want to continue on in this dalal, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we're going to hold them accountable on the day of judgment. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us among those who believe in His book, follow its guidance. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala fill our hearts with the guidance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Give us the ability to follow this guidance in our daily lives. Give us the ability to understand His book and act upon it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from us all the deeds that we have done in Ramadan. May Allah ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us the acceptance, grant us the steadfastness after Ramadan. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make our affairs, all of them are easy. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make salah in the masjid for us easy, and make us among the people of the masjid that are always filling this space, inshaAllah, and making it always full.